I don't want to see or hear another Latino on this app, Latino, Mexican, whatever. I don't want to see none of y'all on this app crying. Y'all voted this man in. Remember that lady? Oh, we love you, Mr. Trump. Oh, remember her? Find her and slap her. Let me say something to you. What do you mean? What are you crying? Because they took somebody, whatever. Do you know you can call them? They're not dead. They're not unalived. You know how many of my people are unalived? Trayvon Martin, the list goes on. I never seen y'all once come on this app and say, oh, I'm sorry, we're sorry, we're going to get out there and march, the Latinos, we're going to sit together. Y'all ain't never did that. So don't expect for me to be like that with you.
I'm just recording this because
I'm a child of God, yes I am.
They're going to take away what I said. Because YouTube has an aggressive algorithm against me.
You didn't do nothing. What do you mean we come over here to help? What do you mean you come over here to help? Do what? What do you mean? You didn't build this land. We did. We did. My ancestors, they all did that. What do you mean? Where are you coming from? Come on. Come on. Come on. What are you talking about?
Let me rewind and show you this sociopath.
How can you lack so much compassion?
This is a sociopath, people. Don't look at her tits and everything. This is a sociopath right here.
As a white person, as a black person, as anyone.
You don't give a fuck what the hell happened with us.
You just accept that. This is not.
It's like they got a short attention span.
Bro, this is so unreal, and how can people...
Look at this. Trying to get it to focus. These are founding members of LULAC. They kind of forgot what these motherfuckers said. Let's see what each one of them said about the blackie folks. About the blacks. What did they think about the blacks? Look what he said. Yeah, fuck them niggas. Fuck them out. Fuck them with a stick. And this guy right here. And he really doubled down. If this wasn't a black and white picture, I'm prejudiced against the Negro. It says, prejudice. Fuck them all. And he wants to come out and protest. This is LULAC. Of course, they got their little PR shit now, that they had lawyers write up, damage control. Dude, this is a fucking wrecking ball at a building. There's not enough damage control. These are your founding fathers of the so-called civil rights movement. Civil rights leaders were Latinos or Mexicans. Oh, see, this is a problem with my people, man. That's how they got too much West African genetics. People with West African genetics tend to be too friendly. On my side, if I we're the exact opposite. Don't give a fuck about friends. Oops. Milk and honey. Anyway, this is just cold-blooded. And they want us to come out there and get our heads busted in. And then refuse us our reparations and shit. Yeah, this is by... Focus. Remember that commercial, the Dodge Focus? Everybody says, Focus! Yeah, Drummer, 1980. Okay.
Fight your government. Why you didn't fight them? Like you're trying to fight us. You're fighting our government. You're fighting ICE. You're fighting everybody to stay here while you trample the American flag. while you burn the American flag, while you wave the foreign flags, Mexico flag in particular, you waving all of that. If you love the country, go fight the same way over there. Make your country great. I support you. Like, this is why people are not supporting you. Your optics is wrong. Your motivation is wrong. It's not based in righteousness. It's not. See, when black people go out and fight, notice our fight is always based in something righteous. Let's go back to George Floyd. George Floyd's civil rights and human rights were violated that day with that knee on his neck and him dying in that manner. That's what set people off. Not that George Floyd would rob somebody, and because the police arrested George Floyd, we would go tear up the city. No! If George Floyd did something that took him to jail like normal, nobody gonna say nothing. But y'all literally fighting for people who broke the law. You want to tear up an American city, and you don't even like America. You don't like America. You don't. All you want to do is take from America. Because if you loved America, you would do it. You would follow the laws. And then that's the thing. They still not being heavy-handed with y'all yet. Not yet. It's coming. I see it coming if you keep pushing it. But it's still not being heavy-handed. Because the majority of the police, LAPD, is their community. So they holding back off of it. That's why Trump's sending all these, already send the Marines now. Then Trump come out and said that if y'all spit, we hit. That's something out there. Right? Now, yeah, they ain't brought out the dogs. They haven't brought out the water hoses. They ain't brought out nothing on them. Right? But when it was to us, it was water hoses and dogs and tanks. Let's get to another video here I want to show y'all. Right? Them speaking on our reparations. I want you to hear this. You better turn your radio, man. They matter that they want to be paid for being slaves and reparations. Yeah, there. Well, I heard they passed in North Carolina. Yes. It was a small little town in North Carolina that passed reparations for whoever's over there. I'm sure they'll try to do something out here in California. I think they already actually got a little board going that they're going to start looking into it. So yeah, that's what we, the Rafa, need to step up, protest, and I'm talking major, and turn around and tell them, no, nobody gave reparations until the Native Americans and the Mexicans get ours first. We've been going through this crap a lot longer, so I don't want to hear it. Because it's not fair, dog. How are you going to give a bunch of money to a specific group, dog?
He wants to say the N-word so bad.
How are you going to give it to a specific group? Because right now they've got the white people.
They don't want
so much guilt.
the black people to get it, but they want their Pacific group to get it.
That would be like me going back and talking about, hey, you bust for my homie, you told me, hey, but then, no, that wouldn't even be like that.
Did you put out 50,000 patents right after the Civil War? No.
Your great-great-great-grandfather.
The air-conditioned building they're loving right now, that was created by Frederick McKinley. The microphone, that was created by a black man. All this shit they are enjoying in that room right now was created by black people.
And in California, when you had the California Reparations Commission, they were the community that was against it, along with the agents.
What, they put it, well, the color television.
But they were some of the main
potato
people
chip.
that was against reparations.
Bag of potato chips
at all.
We call it a potluck.
We're supposed to come out as a community in California to assist them with breaking federal law. That's what we're supposed to get out there.
Do you see this? This is what black people had to go through. This was during my time. I was face to face with this dog. Upstate New York, Newburgh. They train these little white German shepherds that go after black people. And this was terrorizing people. I came face to face with this damn thing. Reason why I'm still alive? Because I was a light-skinned kid. My skin got lighter during the winter. And I had reddish hair, And I was playing in the snow, deep snow, because it's upstate New York. I could jump out my porch, enclosed patio, and literally just fall into a fluffy cloud of snow. That's what I did. And I jumped up, and I looked around. The snow is glittering, all those colors, the sun hitting it. And I come across this thing. Most beautiful white German Shepherd I've ever seen in my life. Blue eyes and everything. I said, wow, it's a beautiful dog. And it was playing with me. Because I look like a white kid to it. I said this story before. So I was playing with the dog and everything. Dog, oh man, that dog was sweet. But then when it saw my mom wasn't even that dark. But she was the color of, of what we call like a butterscotch. A little bit darker. That dog freaked the fuck out and lunged right at her. Well, lucky my mom, she's used to dogs like this where she's from in Georgia. And she fucked up alligators when she was a kid. So she took the broom, and this, like I said before, this is a good technique for you guys to learn when you deal with vicious monsters like this. Take the broom, and the bristles, shove those bristles up the fucking nose. That's what she did. She shoved those bristles up the fucking nose, in the eyes. Just get you jam it like you're going to the back of its fucking head. And that's what she was doing. And hitting it, not hitting it with the broom handle, you break it, but jabbing. She's beating the brakes off that dog till he had a fit and just took off. This just seemed like happened with seconds. Now I'm shocked as fuck. I'm looking around. I said, Mom, I always remember that. Oh, I know she went to kick my ass when I said that, but I didn't know. I said, Mom, you beat my dog. I wanted that dog. And she couldn't quite explain it. She didn't know what the hell was going on. Then we found out. I saw this fucking movie. My mom said, yeah, George, that dog was going around hurting and killing black people. And meanwhile, we got these people, these cholos talking shit. This is what I go through. This is what I think about when I see these motherfuckers talking shit, trying to force us out there to fight for shit that we're not going to benefit from. But they're telling the slave master they can call us the N-word, abuse our kids, and sick dogs like that on black children. You never faced no bullshit like this. And my brother told me there was another one, a fucking Mastiff. This was a small one. But they got dogs that replace these things now. The Belgian Malinois. They are designed to go after black people. I have a neighbor here that has a Belgian Malinois. They had this damn thing running around. I'm looking out the window. And automatically, this motherfucker comes right to my window. Sniffing around. Instinctively, they go after black people. Those Belgian Malinois. I hate them. I think of this shit when I see motherfuckers like I talking shit about black. That's what I think about. They have not go through no bullshit like this. You check out their videos. Videos. Yeah.
Man, Bob, how did he turn him into a racist dog?
It's simple. Find a black wino who desperately needs a drink from black junkies.
That's Paul Whitfield, famous Paul Whitfield. Fair use. Fair use.
You got yourself an attack dog.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Come on, Julie. A dog trained by professionals to attack people.
The fuck on you.
Now, that dog has got to be stopped before he kills somebody. That dog is sick.
Then he should be cured.
Darling, the people that made him sick made him permanently sick.
Then they should be put to sleep, not the
They tore their brother's throat out.
You're my last resort. And if you don't help them, they're gonna kill them.
They should. They should, miss. And as the dog grew up, those methodical beatings by blacks planted that seed of fear in him. And that fear became hate, and that hate conditioned him to attack the color black. That's a white dog!
Of course he's a white dog.
That is the main thing I remember. A white dog.
He's going to attack and kill black people!
That's the one thing you don't do. You don't turn your back and run.
Oh, I wanted to put a bullet in that son of a bitch.
Then why the hell didn't you?
Because there's still a chance to cure him.
Cure him?
Give it to a specific group because right now they've got the right people with so much guilt. It was your it goes back to this. That would be like me going back and talking about, hey, fool, you busted my homie. You told me, hey,
No, it was more. It's not that long ago, buddy. I came this close to death. I came that fucking close. If I was a shade darker, my throat would have been torn out.
Wasn't that long ago. So if they can bring something up from 200 years ago, shit, this should be worse.
And plus, the Klan threatened my mom.
When you had the California Reparations Commission, they were the community.
If she stayed there in that town, they would kill her. So she had to move out. None of you guys had that. So nothing she could do. She got 2 kids, so she had to bounce and get out of upstate New York.
In California to assist them with breaking federal law. That's what we're supposed to get out there and do, right? So we can't get jobs because you're undermining us and undercutting us and sabotaging us from getting jobs in LA or LA County.
Fair use, YouTube. Fair use.
Then your domestic terrorists who's in gangs are running around attacking.
That are saying that the white man has the right to sick those dogs on our children for laughs and giggles. Those very guys saying that's okay.
Those gangs. I think President Trump should label them.
Fair use, YouTube. My mom would have lovingly beat the brakes off of her.
Okay, why don't you have the boss to say it right now again? Okay.
But if we're gonna use your logic, Black American culture, what is it, y'all? Entirely stolen from white people. Like I said in another video, Cuban culture is more closely tied to, related to, similar to African culture and Africa than Black American culture is. You guys are.
That's why it's called ethnogenesis, retard. Does this lady look like she goes to the library and reads shit?
Because that's how culture works.
I never heard the most ridiculous piece of crap.
Yeah, that's ultimate racism right there. Taking to deny us whatever we do. They put a white face on it. But, you know, it's annoying people underestimate you, but I always took advantage of it and hurt them. Thank you, Phil Scott. I've been watching this guy for years. We're both turned gray. I'm older than him, but he's come a long way.
There has to be some sort of punishment that's punitive. That's something that we must demand and require. And in whose world is doing something instead of nothing at all more justifiable, more suitable? You see how crazy you sound by just saying, oh, we shouldn't get it. That don't make sense. You can't never repay for that. So do nothing.
She reminds me of a black Sally Fields.
Issue and that a demon has jumped in your head and heart and mind.
They both got that look. You know, they really in the groove. Reparations. About to see.
Of life. But I digress. I wanted to remind you again.
But those Chicanos are going to say, oh, they deserve to get it because they lost their property.
Not only further fortify our demand for reparations, but maybe we should look into the individuals name by name, person by person, and the relevant.
Remember, Larry Elder said they need to compensate the slave owners for losing their property.
From the Department of African American Studies from Princeton University. Now, this stuff is information that you can find in
and I took and I popped his ass and said, they already did. You figure that, man, all these years.
Yes. It says here on April 16, 1862, President Abraham Lincoln signed a bill emancipating.
You will find out about that information.
The end of a long struggle.
My mom knew about that information. She told me I couldn't believe it, but years later when I see the
District of Columbia, which is for D.C.,
the information right in front of your face. Remember, there's no internet back then. You had to go to a library. You had to dig through dusty ass books. Oh, that was rough. Now you got the information in your finger. There's no excuse for ignorance. There's no excuse for ignorance.
Slave owners got reparations. Enslaved African Americans got nothing for their generations of stolen bodies, snatched children, and
people understand what reparations is. It's not just for slaves. It's for all the our inventions that are stolen. Our we call it and our intellectual property. I'm sure my mom, she was a science fiction writer. She had a lot of stories stolen from her. Why? Because they're good stories, and the people that saw her stories could not believe, did not want black people to be, the prominent characters, the main characters. Even when we do write our own stories, people don't want us to be the main characters in our fucking universe. And that just annoys me.
There were a small handful of white folks, the greater types, that were actually against slavery. But again, the overwhelming number of people that wanted slavery was still the majority.
This is why we're sitting that out.
The North was jealous of the South because the South was richer because of slavery, and they were more politically powerful.
Yeah, you could get this. This is Vicky Dillon.
So they held a disproportionate amount of seats in government, and they were making a whole lot of
African aspect is. That's all I got to say. I'm irritated. It's hot. Late. Done.